One of the most important things I have to do this semester is to teach you how and where to find answers to your questions. You'll not always have your textbooks, but there is help in each of the programs we use, or you can search online for assistance. Another reason is that during this semester, I will allow you to use the computer for assistance during your exams, but not your textbooks. You'll also be able to use your pre-read forms, so think about that when you're creating your pre-read form. Now let's go on to our next lesson, and that's Windows Unit A. Windows is an operating system. That's a program that allows you to communicate with your computer. If you don't have an operating system, you could not communicate with your computer and it would be worthless. There are other operating systems like the Apple, but we're more interested in the Windows right now. This program tells your computer what it's attached to, like the mouse, the monitor, a printer, and anything else. It checks the internal clock and makes sure the battery is okay. When you turn your computer on, you'll see a screen like this one here. This is called your desktop. As you see here, I have a personal picture, but you can change this. Let's look at some of the parts of the screen. These small pictures on the desktop are called icons. Down here in the lower left-hand corner is the Start button. We talked about that a little bit earlier, but that's where you can find a lot of programs. Along the bottom is the taskbar. There you go. There's the taskbar. This shows the programs you've added to the taskbar for convenience and those that you have open. On the right side of the taskbar is the notification pane. This notification bar here tells you important information about your computer. I'm working on a laptop. It says that it's fully charged. And it tells you the date and time and many other important information. If you right-click anywhere here on the desktop, there's sort of a neat gadget that you can use. When you click on Gadgets, you will see things that you can add to your desktop. If you want to add a printed calendar here, you can see a calendar. You can see, there we go, this is Sunday, January 18th. You can put a clock, but I don't see a lot of use for a clock. You've got one in your navigation bar. You can put all kinds of things here. If you want to convert some currency, if you want to see the weather, there it is. The weather you're going to have to change to the Fresno, so if you click on Options, and here in Location, you type Fresno, California, search for that, and we want it in Fahrenheit, we say OK. Now, it happens to be 44 degrees here at Fresno right now. So you can see all kinds of gadgets. Take a look here. You can also see gadgets online. There's many, many more. I think that there's some for news. There's some for other things that you may want. But there's one thing you have to keep in mind. The more that you have on your desktop that loads when you start your computer, the slower your computer will be. So, don't load too much. Now, as you scroll over each of these icons, and I have some different icons here, if you scroll over them, this will give you an idea of what is on these icons. Like here, when you look at this, there's the Internet Explorer, and each of these, there's Excel. I have that in my taskbar. It takes a minute for the quick tips to come up. And there's Microsoft Word. There is the Windows Explorer. So you will see a quick tip if it's anything that the system knows what these icons are for. So that is called a quick tip. There is one up here in the corner. You can barely see it. Let me drag it down here. This one, the recycle bin. The recycle bin is a place where any files, when you're working on your computer, on your hard drive, when you're working on your hard drive and you delete a file, it goes to this recycle bin. So it's not permanently deleted, it's out there. And when you look at your recycle bin, and of course I don't have any in there right now, but you can restore things from your recycle bin onto your computer. So they really are not gone. Files are not gone until you delete them from the recycle bin. Now I have a question for you. If you're working on a flash drive and delete a file, does it go to the recycle bin? Stop and think about that. The answer is no. It only is from your hard drive. So be careful when you delete your files from the flash drive. Okay. Windows has a set of programs that comes with the Windows program. They're called accessories. And if you go down here to your Start button and you go to All Programs, right here you will see the accessories. Under these accessories, it's some programs that you may want to use. I use a calculator a lot. So what I have done is if you left click on this calculator and drag it down here to your taskbar, I have my calculator on the taskbar so that I can get to it real easy. There's other things, there's a notepad, and all that is just for you to take notes. There's a program down here called WordPad. WordPad is a very limited word processor. Please do not use this for your assignments. You need to use a full Word program. Now there's another program called Paint. I'm going to go ahead and open Paint because I want to look at part of the screen. Since we are going to be working with Microsoft Office products, a lot of your screens are going to look the same. You're going to have these tabs here. This one only has 2 tabs. There's Home and View. And as you change, the options down here are going to change. So if I go to View, I'm going to see I can expand, I can zoom this out, okay? Or I can zoom in on the project that I'm working. I can look at the rulers. I can look at many different things here. On the home screen, there's all my colors. You can draw on this program. It's really fun. You can play with it if you want to. But this is the basic parts of a program. Look up here, right along this top portion here. This is the title bar. If this file had a title, that's where you could find it. You'll find the name of the program, which this is Paint. Okay. The other parts here, over here on the side, you'll see the minimize. So that will take it down to the taskbar. I can open it back up. Your maximize takes the program to the full screen. And then your exit the program. You can close your program. If you go over here to the left-hand side, you have what is called a quick access bar. And if you, right here, you see this line with the down arrow, you can customize your quick access bar. Because if you use your print a lot, if I click on print, look, it adds print to the quick access bar. So you can customize it. It's a lot more helpful when you go to the Word program or Excel program where you use certain features a lot. And change your quick access bar. It's really, really nice. So those are some of the parts of the file. Parts of the screen. Now what I want to do is I want to go over here and I want to open up the print screen because one of the things that we need to talk about is a dialog box. And they call this a dialog box because you're communicating with your computer. This has different kind of boxes. There's a text box where you would type, okay? And that would be down here if you wanted to type the number of pages that you wanted. Of course, I don't have anything to type in there because I haven't created a file. You have the spin box, which is here. It spins to the number of copies that you want. Then you have the option boxes. You can choose which option you want. You have the check boxes right here. If you want to collate it, it depends upon how you want it. If you want all your page number ones first, then page 2, then page 3, that's your checkbox would select that. Then your list box up here that lists the printers that I have available. So that's what a dialog box is. Then, of course, if I was ready to print it, I would just click print. But since I don't have anything to print, I'm going to cancel out of this. Now that we're at the main menu here, all programs have options to go to a help menu. And most of the time in most programs, you will find it to the right-hand side and you will find a little blue question mark. If you click on the help, you can search help right here. And of course, this says that I'm not connected to the online. If I want to search online, all I have to do is have my internet up. But of course, I don't. So if I wanted to search here and I wanted to search change color, since this is a paint program, all I do is type that in. And what's going to come up is a whole list of options for me to change color. Here's a hint for you. When we go to the test, you're going to be able to use the programs, use the help. So make sure you practice with where the help options are, and you can use this during your test. So that's one thing that I want you to be really, really knowledgeable of, that you can get help here. So I'm going to go ahead and close this help. Now that we're done with paint, we're really done with the first part of the internet. What I want you to do is tell me, how do you properly exit your computer? Do I just go down here, and if you go to the start button, shut down? Please don't. The most important thing is if you have a USB, a flash drive, eject your flash drive. If you don't, exit all programs you're in. If you're in Blackboard, if you're in the internet, log out. Okay, but exit all your programs. If you have all your programs exited, now we're ready to go do a proper shutdown. Don't just turn your computer off. You may damage some of the files, but go ahead and do your shutdown right there. Now that everything is shut down, we're all done with Windows Unit A. After this video, what you need to do is complete your concept review, then read Windows Unit B in your book and watch the video there. So have a good day.